President Trump's mass deportation campaign has left immigrants, their families, and advocates with many unanswered questions. A months-long nationwide investigation led by 9 News is offering some answers.
It looks at what happens between the moment someone is detained and when they're removed from the country. Our Chris Vanderveen and Chris Hansen analyzed millions of flight records to better understand America's secret deportation network.
15 passengers with disabilities, you're welcome to pre-board.
Denver International is one of the country's busiest airports. Here, the shuttle flights blend in.
Military, you're welcome to pre-board. We thank you for your service.
Of the 80 million who will fly in and out this year, few will notice the scale of the operation.
Global service customers, you're welcome to pre-board.
We see people being sent here from all over the country.
Attorney Jess Doggett represents detainees, many of whom came to Colorado from other states.
I think at worst it's clandestine. I think it is a very complicated network and system that probably is very difficult to track and run because of the sheer number of people they have detained right now.
Difficult to track, but as our investigation found, not impossible. It started with data, a massive amount. In Denver alone, we downloaded and analyzed more than 1.5 million flights in and out dating back to the start of 2024. From there, we looked for patterns, recurring routes, connecting cities with major ICE detention centers, aircraft making the same trips week after week. Then came another clue, the flight numbers. ICE Air and its charter companies often use recurring identifiers, Tyson 53, LYM 500, for example. Individually, they prove nothing. Together, they formed that pattern. Using that methodology, we identified 91 planes operated by 8 different companies, carrying out what we believe to be the bulk of ICE Air's domestic flight network.
We're following a flight that left Phoenix about 8:20 this morning that I believe is heading to Denver.
With that narrowed down list, investigative producer Chris Hansen spot-checked flights we believed were part of ICE Air operations.
Largely, I think people are unaware of how often these flights are actually occurring.
Patterns, numbers, clues.
They had flights coming into Denver on the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, the 29th, and now today, the 5th.
It all added up to a system.
We're at DIA, the plane came, stopped here.
A system that allowed us to find flights like this one. VXP-52. The 737 operated by, at least at the time, Avelo Airlines.
They're being searched, and now they're going up and boarding the plane. Take off, probably heading west to California, based on what we've seen previously.
These spot checks took our team of reporters
Looks like they should be getting here in about an hour.
to airports like the one in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
So that is Tyson 46.
With our data, we identified and recorded ICE Air operations at 18 airports in all.
All week, we'll be airing more of Chris's extensive investigation into a multi-state network of deportation flights. But you can watch the full documentary, ICE Air Inside America's Secret Deportation Network, on the 9 News app now. It is free to download. Just scan the QR code on your screen.